Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na-na-na. 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 Yeah. Welcome back to that By the Way. This is that By the Way podcast. I'm glad you're back. Really glad you're back. How y'all been? I hope y'all been good, man. Like, for real. How you been breathing lately? If I could tell you about me, I'll tell you how I've been. I've been better with a tinge of tangy worseness. But not really, though. And I can explain. I'm better with the flow of my life. I'm better with the flow of my day. The behavior of emotions and things with what we're running, things are running smoothly, right? I'm not in very chaotic all the time. But chaos does come when it comes. But I will say that's the better. I noticed I've been feeling jittery, you know. I've been overly excited, like, you know. Luckily, but I'm also highly aware of this jitteriness about me to a degree, which I haven't been like this forever. I feel like I've been jittery the last week or so. I don't even know where that's coming from, but it's just a feeling of time. But yeah. That's my man Ace. He wants me to play catch with him. And at the moment, doing the pod, and he knows. So let's get this flamed up, and let's get into today's world. We're actually taking off. All doors are locked on the spaceship, and we are going back to planet BHC. I hope that everybody's, toes and appendages are on board. I would like for you to please put your brain on airplane mode. My name is Bush. There's a few cosmic winds on the north polar part of your planet. Shouldn't be too much. We should get to those in no time. I'm your Captain Bush, and I want to make sure that we have a safe travel. By all means, please make sure you buckle your seatbelt. Underneath your cabin, there should be a floating device to propel you through cosmic radiation if we are ever space-borne and have to abandon ship. By all means, there should be a UV blood booster that should drop above your head. Please make sure you detach yours before you assist others with theirs. Make sure you turn on your power before you can turn on others. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, again, I'm your host with the most, Mr. Bush, and we are taking off. Well, well, let's get it going. It's in the air, ladies and gentlemen. It's in the air. So, again, not for real. I really do hope everybody's been okay. For those that haven't been okay, number one, breathe. And number two, see. But number one, just breathe. I think one of the most beautiful things about life and one of the secrets in life is that you can always try again, no matter what you mess up in. Even though we grow slowly and underneath our mind typeset, we grow into the things that we don't want to do sometimes or be. So what you can do is still try. And also understand, what are you trying? You know, you should work with your nature, work with who you are. But if you don't know who you are, you have to experiment and try. So I get it. But anyway, I got this topic today, something that I saw and I wanted to say, and I thought this could help a lot of individuals better their soup. So this is what I mean. I was thinking about calling this episode Spirit Soup, but I didn't want people to get the wrong connotation, like I was witchcraft or some shit. But basically what I mean is this. I came up with a way of an ideology, I think, of how we all could better each other and better ourselves and have fun with it, just like we were kids, right? So look, first it takes people to participate, but in order to participate, you have to self-analyze yourself in order to even participate in the function, not the game, right? So it starts with you. Let's do this. Erase everything out of your mind. I need a clean piece of paper mind. I don't need you listening to a song in your head, repeating or thinking what somebody said. I just need all of you for one quick second. Do I got you? All right, cool. So let's do this. Imagine a big ass pot. A pot. I don't know how tall you are, but imagine a pot the height of you, right? And imagine whatever, no matter how tall you are, the listener. I don't care if you're 5'3", 6'7", 4'2", 6 feet, 5'2", 6'6", 6'4". I don't care. It doesn't matter what you are. Imagine a pot the height of you. All right. Now imagine a few steps. All right. For you to step up to pour things into your pot. Okay. Now this is what we're gonna put into this pot. In this pot, we are gonna put an accumulation of you. All right. So we don't lose anybody. Accumulation is basically the adding up of everything in all sorts for totality or total, which is, yeah. So everything you've lived, all of your experiences. So in this pot, we're going to put all of your joys, right? Every joy you ever had. I don't care what age you are, right? You can be from anywhere from, I guess the listener of this could be anywhere from 11 to 96. I could do 11 to 96. But anyway, what I'm saying is, you take You take your experiences, and you take an accumulation of all of them, right? And with these joys in this pot, you also put your pains in this pot, right? All right, from this pains in your pot, you put your memories in this pot. All of your memories, right? So now you got your joys in this pot, you got your pains in this pot, you got your memories in this pot. So now I want to put your skills in this pot. So we put your skills in this pot. We put your weirdness in this pot. We put your personalities in this pot. We put everything that you are, all of your experiences into this pot, right? And as we put all of you into this pot, we twirl and swirl you around, right? Oh, and so after we put everything of what you are, so whatever age you are, this is what we're going to do. So after we put everything of what you are into this pot, right? Oh, another thing. Every dream you ever had, whether it's a nightmare or a regular dream, everything is going into this pot, right? So we're going to let this pot brew hour-wise of base equivalent to your age, right? So if you're 11 years old, you're going to let this pot simmer for 11 hours. If you're 31, you're going to let this pot simmer for 31 hours. If you're 72, we're going to let this pot simmer for 72 hours, right? So we're going to get the accumulation of everything that you are into this pot. And then based off that, we're going to let it simmer for the age that you are. And age-wise, from the solar cycles, basically. Everybody's solar cycles. So, now, we're done cooking, right? All right, cool. So, we're done cooking. We all get a bowl, an individual bowl. Now, mind you, we're all in the middle of a desert on planet BHC, and we're all in a big circle. And this circle has over 5 billion people in it. And there's nobody in the middle. And but we see the entire circle. And that's where we are right now, right? Cooking our stew. So, we take our bowl, and we put some of our stew in our bowl, and we let it cool off to a good temperature for us to eat, right? All right? So let's just let it cool off for a second. Alright. If you want to sit here, you can. I'm not stopping you. I can move it. I saw that girl. So, it's cooled off now, right? Alright, so now I want you to taste your stew. Now, how does your stew taste? Now, I think you'll get a better taste of your stew if you close your eyes and you literally imagine you eating your stew around other people who are eating their stew. And you're just eating your stew. That's all. Breathing, look, nobody's asking you to do nothing. There's no pressure. You're just you and your stew. Just relaxing. You can have a shade, a tent, right, with some headphones right next to your stew. Everybody got their own little setup. And you just chilling. And what does your stew taste like? Okay? Now, for those that don't like their stew, your stew is nasty. To you, right? Now, let's talk about the stew, right? So some people, their stew is delicious to them. It's like, oh my God, is this who I am? Is this, oh my God, this is delicious. Even spices, which are basically plants, have souls and spirits. So why wouldn't your soul and spirit taste like something? So, now, you take your soup, your stew, and you meet somebody and they have good stew. And you taste their stew and it's delicious, right? Your stew is delicious, right? Their stew is delicious to you. And your stew is not delicious to them. But you just want more and more of their stew. Now, apparently, their stew is as big as they are, right? And there's a lot of people around. And don't get me wrong, they don't necessarily not want to share the stew with you. But they don't like your stew. So it's like, it's not a trade-off. It's not even a trade-off. It's not an equivalent of energy, right? So your stew is just sitting there. Just sitting there. You not eating it. The person whose food you eating it is not eating it. But you eating their food stew. So what do you do? So what usually happens? Or what is the opportunity that is brought at this point in the moment, right? So there's a totality of things that can happen in this moment. The person with the better stew could tell the person with the not so good stew why it is the way it is, what it's missing, and then that person can work on that stew to make it better. Right? That's one option. Another option is the person with the better stew could leave. I don't want to share my stew anymore. I don't like your stew. It's not, So now that person with the better stew is by themselves. Now they have the opportunity to go off with somebody else. Or find somebody else. Not go off with somebody else, but find somebody else. We're all out there together. And we all are an open mindset. So it's a friendly, open love to a degree. So now this person with a bad stew finds another person with a bad stew. Right? So these two people with a bad stew, they taste each other's stew and they don't like it. But they like each other's stew better than their own stew. But they still don't like each other's stew. So these two people here have an opportunity and have another situation or options where they could dissipate and repel from each other and try to move to more sweeter or suitable stews. Or they could tell each other why each other's stew is not so good. And if each other worked on each other's stew, it would change, ultimately giving each other not only the ability to have better stew individually, but continually have a continual growth in their taste of their stew, even better than somebody that started off originally better than both of them by themselves. So I think over time, there's a magic to the stew. Right? In so many ways, there's a magic to the stew. I'm gonna stop saying that word because the word sounds weird saying it now. I guess I could say soup. But yeah, you get what I'm saying. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're doing all right. Even though I know a lot is not all right. I hope you can find a way to be all right. Or maybe all left. Or maybe none left. Maybe I hope everything is none left. None left. It's none left. Everything will be none left. Oh shit, I think we found the episode, None Left. Almost just meditated on y'all without even realizing. Just looking at the sky. I don't know how long this one will be, ladies and gentlemen. I feel quality over quantity, right? I feel like as long as we stay there, we'll be all right, right? I want to give a special shout out to you, the person I don't know, the person that's growing, the person that is the person that is them. I would say when I close my eyes, I could see so many faces, but I don't have to close my eyes. I'm just looking at trees. And as I do, there's a sense of staying in the moment rather than being kidnapped by your mind. I think who we are is, as people, is more of a mind than a reality thing. I think a lot of us don't really look at our reality. We look at it more through our mindset, which is an illusion because we constantly play ourselves through memories and fantasies and dreams and hopes rather than looking around and feeling the body that we have and looking at the shit that we emit, looking at the way we breathe, looking at the way we talk, and looking at the things around us, and the way we live, and the way what do we give? One thing I realized lately is this. I understand there's a resource. I am a resource. See, I thought that there was nothing, right? I thought that everything was gone. Everything was taken. Everything was pillaged, drained, marketed, colonized. I said colonized. So I realized that I am a resource. I'm needed. Why am I saying I'm needed? Or why can I say I'm needed? I feel it. I don't know how to change everything. I don't. But I do know that how we go through what we go through now is debilitating. Emotionally. I think it stunts us. I think we're stunted. All of us. We're stunted physically. We're stunted emotionally. We're stunted psychologically. We're just stunted life-wise. We ain't even got to use no other words, uckily and oddly, or ishily, and all that fishikly. Or we just talking bullshit at the end of the day sometimes. Like, life-wise, we are stunted. I am life. So I'm needed. Why am I life? Okay, why am I life? Why do I exist? Why do I think the way I think? Why am I who I am effortlessly without trying to be? Just like, why are you who you are? The whole thing is everybody is supposed to be who they are, right? And as long as they are who they are, everything will spin. Randomly, I like to say this. If you are out there and you like to do anything, or if there's anything that you want to do, right? I don't want to sound cliche, so maybe I'll try my worst. I'm sorry, I'm in this vortex of this paradox of reversing my words for some reason. I don't know why. I'll stop it. I'm sorry. But yeah, I'll try my best to be original about it. Whatever it is that you want to do, I've said this before, so maybe I'm just being me. So fuck it. Whatever you want to do, whatever is your project, do it. I don't care what it sounds like to others. That's how I feel. Like, do it. Like, the last pod, I said something. I wanted to talk about the power of now, right? And I believe the power of now is always waiting for you. So therefore, you can always do it, even though it's a paradox of you thinking it's waiting. So therefore, you don't do it. And that's the thing about the power of now. It's like a glaze over you, just waiting for you to activate it. But it's always there. And a lot of people don't realize the power of now. Like, for real. Some real shit, but it is what it is. I thought my lighter finally went out, but it's still there with me, like a soldier. I like it. I had this lighter ever since Jamaica. I might try to see if there's a way I can get it refilled or something. I don't know. Shout out to Jamaica. Hey, if I could say anything, I would like to say this. Jamaica needs some help. I don't have a lot of resources myself. Nowhere near the organization I would like to have. At least not yet. But I do want to say that Jamaica needs some industrial assistance. Those people could be living a lot better. Those gods could be living a lot better. We live in a world where the gods don't live like gods. We live in a world where the gods don't know their gods. We live in a world that exists but doesn't live. Existence and life is two different things. I think existence was probably here before life. But sometimes existence doesn't exist unless life is there to even say that it does. Or even feel that it does, not even say it. Is existence a response? Because life is a response. Life is a electrical responsive thing to its environment and its species. So I hope that we're aligning on the path that's for us at the end of all of this. That's what I hope. And that's what I'm going for. I do want to say, let's take a brief intermission. Again, this is that By the Way podcast. And this is Mr. Bush. You already know. If you do want to support, if you do want to show love, and just, add energy and support the movement, and just support me, all of us, I got this, I do this. And I like to expand, but you can definitely do so. You can definitely donate, support via PayPal at Wickush. Again, that's WICKUSH. I appreciate any and everything. They say and beats nan. So I appreciate you. Thank you. Dun, 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 dun. I was going to try to kick off a freestyle. Let's see what I got. Obviously, you like me rapping. The way I rap it, it's like I'm snapping. Off paper that was actually just rapped in, like Christmas. But I would like to dap ya. I like a sentence that only likes to scrap ya. I don't like to miss ya. I really like to send ya. Not a message, but a hug. I'm way more than love. Some would say agape. And I would like to say, ooh, stop it. You should probably pop me. If I get too big off the topic, I really feel like that is just me talking. I feel like I'm lost in. But really, I'm just found. Really, I'm on a mound, pitching hella sentences. I really feel I'm bent with this, but it's okay. The trenches are lit like the street lights. But if it is a diminute, if it is a dimension, then these kids diminish then. I don't want them to diminish in. These here are the gods. These here are the black folks. And these here are the odds. But this here is the secrets. And this here is the secretion. If it's right between your legs, you should probably keep it. This that By the Way podcast, man. I haven't been on my Hirataki, but I'm gonna get some more. But I am on my CMOS. I do feel certain things, but I'm trying to stay on this one thing uh, that can be a thing. Semen retention. Using it, not letting it use you, or anything that you have in life. I would like to say make sure you use it, don't let it use you. I don't give a fuck what it is. And that's real talk. Like, and another thing, I'll say this. See, there's nothing wrong with being used. If somebody uses you, you should always understand that you're useful. So now you find your usefulness and make it useful for you. They should just shown you an element about yourself. By them trying to get to their goal and their dream, they showed you who you are. And now you need to know who you are to know how to move. I'm sorry, I'm too wise. Or maybe I'm 4 wise. Yeah, I think I'm 4 wise. Some people are 2 wise. I'm like 4 wise. And it's not an ego. I promise. But if we can't express ourselves. But anyway, this is that Battle Way pod. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. Again, if you like to support, if you like to, donate, send some energy, you could do it via PayPal at Wickush. That's WICKUSH. And PayPal, I would love to get a deal with y'all, man. We're going to get it. We're going to get it. So, PayPal, you already know. Hit up Mr. Bush, man. You make some moves, man. I'm trying to tell you. But more importantly, to all the listeners out there, take your time. Enjoy your life. Enjoy the moments. Breathe. Reflect. Detox. Detox and understand your breath. Understand the control and the power of breath. Understand the power of now. So, I wish you all safety. I put a glaze over you so nothing will happen to you. I want your magnetic field to work and protect you. It'll keep you safer than any gun, any body breathing, and when I say body, I mean a body, any person, any vessel, any animal. I want your magnetic field to protect you. I want your magnetic field to strengthen you. I want your magnetic field to comfort you and expose you to you. Yeah, with that being said, I'm out.